Welcome back, everyone. My name is ForeverElite. I hope you guys are enjoying this double feature of story videos today. Now, this story actually is very recent. It did happen last Saturday. So yeah, it was kind of a traumatizing experience, if I'm being real. But here I was just at my job. I work at an Italian restaurant. I'm a cook there. And so I was just doing my work, and I was having a pretty rough night. I was doing a 7-hour shift, which is why I wasn't able to do a video last week, was because I was basically working all day and then came home, and then I'll tell you what happened after that. But I was having a 7-hour shift. It was a really rough night, and I had to make an order of pasta that was worth about $1,100, so $1,100 worth of pasta. Now, this was really stressful because I've never done anything that big before, so I was super stressed. And then out of the blue, I get something on Snapchat, and Snapchat is kind of like one of my main forms of communication with my friends. And so I get a snap from someone, and let's just call her Eileen. Now, Eileen, she invited me to go bowling with her and her friends. And I was like, ooh, bowling. I am horrible at bowling, but let's do it. So I said I was able to, and then I continued my shift. So after about, 30, 45 minutes, I finally get off my shift, and then I race home, I have a quick dinner, and then I drive up to the bowling area. Well, this bowling area is actually a big compilation of like a lot of other, like, I guess it's like a family center. I don't know if you guys have those, where it's kind of like there's an arcade and there's like laser tag and bowling and all sorts of games, and just, I don't know, it's just a little family fun center, I guess. And my first impressions of the place, it was quite interesting to walk in, because when I walked in, I saw a huge group of furries. Yes, furries. Freaking chilling there and bowling. And I don't know if you guys know what those are. Furries are just a bunch of grown people that dress up as dogs or other animals. I'm not even going to say my opinion right now. So that was quite the sight to see when I first walked in. So I then find my group, and I sit with them for about 30 minutes, and I'm just kind of chilling there, watching certain people bowl in fuzzy suits, and it was quite interesting, to say the least. After about 30 minutes, we do have an opening lane. Now, we do have a private lane that we were able to bowl on, and I was like, okay, this is fantastic. We have our own lane, and we can just bowl to our heart's content. So we walked past a DJ, and there was like a bunch of people like attempting to dance. It was actually kind of spooky. There's like people attempting to dance is never good. So that happened. And we get to our private bowling lane, and we're in a lane, and we're surrounded by a good amount of people, actually. So there's about, I would say, 15 lanes, and there's about 30 lanes total, but we are on the 15 lanes on one side of the building, and then there's 15 on the other side of the building. But the two lanes, like, surrounding us were actually filled up with a lot of people, and so this will kind of be relevant later. So anyway, we begin to bowl, and I'm on a team with Eileen, and the other team is made up with the rest of our group. So we're going to call the guy Oscar, and the girl's name is going to be Lynn. Just because I don't like to use their real names. So the first game, well, Eileen and I got completely wrecked. So the other team, they basically destroyed us. Now, I'm not very good at bowling. I'm just going to say that now. I actually did gutter the ball 4 frames in a row, and ended with a score of 60. Out of 300, so yeah, that wasn't too great. But by this time, it's actually a bit later. It's about 9:15 or so, and Oscar and Lynn said they have to leave at 10. So this time, I was like, okay, we're playing one more game. I'm gonna learn how to do this. So I'm starting to learn how to control my speed and my spin, and I actually like Eileen and I actually start to get a lot of strikes, and we eventually take the lead. And then, unfortunately, Oscar and Lynn have to leave, and so it's just Eileen and I. And at this point, I try to do all I can to possibly screw up my other friends' scores, because they just left, and I want to really win, because I'm cheap like that. So here we are, we're trying to screw up their score, and I start to bowl left-handed, because I'm actually right-handed, but I try to bowl left-handed just to see what I can do. I bowl under my legs, I do slow rolls, but the very last one I tried was the worst. I was really trying to screw up their score, so I was like, okay, I'm going to do all I can to destroy their score. So I grab a 6-pound bowling ball. This is extremely light for me. I normally roll a 12 or a 13-pound bowling ball. And I go to the lane, and I'm like trying to sabotage my friend's score who just left. Now I sit down. Yes, I sit down on the lane, because normally you have to run up to the point and then release the ball like by the line. But I actually sit down by the line. And I kind of like throw it onto our lane just to see what happens. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I throw the ball, I kind of like shot put it style. So I kind of like just take both my hands and just kind of like shot put it. It was so stupid. So anyway, because it's such a light ball, it bounces off of our lane, and it bounces into the lane of the people next to us. And this was just as the dude next to us was about to let go of his bowling ball. So I then kind of just sit there and watch in horror as my ball rolls down his lane and then falls in the gutter. And this guy, he kind of just stands there. I look up at him, and he has like the most saddened and disappointed look on his face I've ever seen. He just looks so sad. So I watch my ball roll away, and he gets a 0 for that frame. And it turns out that I actually made him lose the entire game. He was trying to play with his family, and I guess I made him lose the entire game because of that. So I just look up at me, and he just looks down. He's like, so disappointed. And I go to apologize, and meanwhile Eileen is freaking floored and laughing her head off. And I'm saying sorry a ton of times, and his family is also dying and laughing their heads off. And I'm just like looking up at his scoreboard, and sure enough, he lost the game because my stupid bowling ball bounced off of my lane, went into his lane, and then he got a gutter ball because of me. Because the game thought that his ball was the one that was in the gutter, and he lost because of it. So I was like, I keep apologizing. He's like, it's okay, and then just goes and sits down. And Eileen and I kind of booked it out of that place because we ran out of bowling time anyway. But like we tried to just book it out of there because this guy was huge. I guess I kind of skipped over the fact that this guy was a big guy, and I'm like, please don't kill me. I have so much to live for. But he just kind of sits down and chilled with his family for the rest of the time, and I just have to say I felt so bad. It was like the most defeated face I've ever seen on anyone ever. But yeah, guys, that goes to show you. Just don't be a jerk and don't try to shot put a 6-pound bowling ball down a lane because first off, you're just being stupid, and second off, it's just bad things can happen. But at least I didn't die, so that's a really good perk of the night was I didn't die because this guy could have probably just squished me. But I mean, yeah, guys, that's the story of my good old bowling incident. I mean, I guess lessons learned. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this double feature today. And as always, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys like to see more. I do enjoy your guys' support, so if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like so I know I can keep doing these, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye, guys.